thank you to all of our Patreon members, subscribers, all of that. You guys help this ship run basically on time and smoothly. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd be selling y'all shoes, probably a cell phone service, VPN. What was the other one? Oh, there's like literally a vacuum cleaner. I'm not even kidding. So there's a Patreon link in the description. If you join the $30 tier up, you get 1 to 2 free requests a month, depending on the time lengths. There's also a PayPal in the description if you want to send a tip or request in that way. Enjoy the video. See you later. Well, since I've been listening to the Monkees version nonstop, and this one got brought up a few times in the last one, let's go. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. Feeling a little bit better. Still a little sick, but I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. So we're gonna be doing 2 tracks from Paul Revere and the Raiders. The first one is I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, and then since that one was short, I added another one to it. It's called Indian Reservation. That one we got like a longer title, but that one is, I think, probably going to be a little bit different than the first track. So hopefully there's some contrast we can talk about. Apparently there's a lot of history that goes into that second song about the I think it's the Cherokee Nation, if I'm not mistaken. So this isn't anyone's request. I just thought this would be interesting to follow up with since we did the other one, and I love that song so much. And y'all said this one's even better, so don't forget to like, leave a comment, watch all the way to the end. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Plenty of stuff. Plenty of good stuff, I promise. Alright, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, Paul Revere and the Raiders. We have done Kicks, and I'll link that up there if you want to watch that. Paul Revere and the Raiders, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, and then Indian Reservation. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see if it's better than the Monkees.
I'm not your stepping stone. No, I'm not your stepping stone. You're trying to make your mark on society, using all the tricks that you used on me. You're reading all them high-fashion magazines, the clothes you wearing lately causing public scenes. I said, I'm not your stepping stone. No,
I love the organ.
no, I'm not your stepping stone. Oh, not your stepping stone. No stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. Stepping stone. No. I'm not your stepping stone. No, I'm not your stepping stone. When I first met you, girl, you didn't have no shoes, but now you're walking around like your front page news. You've been awful careful about the friends you choose, but you won't find my name in your book of who's who. Said, I'm not your stepping stone. Not me, no.
Damn, this goes hard.
I'm not your stepping stone.
That is a sick pattern.
No, not your stepping stone. No stepping stone. Your stepping stone. Not your stepping
So
stone.
good.
Not your stepping stone. Stepping stone. Stepping stone. I'm not your stepping stone. Baby, I'm not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. No, no, not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. Your stepping stone. Oh, wow.
Damn, this is 66? Seven stone. Oh my god. Bro, that was so good. That was 1966. Yeah, May 6th, 1966. Indian Reservation. The Lament of the Cherokee Reservation Indian.
The whole Cherokee Nation put us on this reservation, took away our way of life. The tomahawk and the bowie knife took away our native tongue and taught their English to our young.
So true.
And all the beads we made by hand are nowadays made in Japan.
Wow.
Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud you live,
That is
so
sick.
proud you die.
Damn. Whoa.
The whole Indian nation
I was not expecting this.
locked us on this reservation.
So true.
Though I wear a shirt and tie, I'm still part red man deep inside.
Wow. Holy crap.
Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud you live, so proud you die. But maybe someday when they've learned, the Cherokee nation will return. Will return.
One can only hope.
Will return. Will return. Will return.
Oh no. I want to replay both of those. Man. I wanted to enjoy that second one way more, but they kind of just weighed on me. Those lyrics were... man. It's so true what we did to those people. And I think we've been fed lies for a very long time about what actually happened with the whole colonization of this land and such. But I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole. I really enjoyed those songs. But they were... The words they were speaking in that second one, it was too on point, man. And I think we've got a lot of misconceptions, you know, when we think of the native people that lived here. You know, they basically painted them as savages so the people back home in England didn't feel bad about stuff, you know, in Spain and stuff like that. Because, you know, just because we've got borders now, those borders didn't exist when back then, you know what I mean? Like the line with Mexico and all those countries, they didn't really exist, you know, way back then. And I think they were all part of one civilization, you know, with branches that branched out and such. They had full-on cities here. Go look it up. There's Native American, like, full-on cities and stuff they had. Like, they were a people. They were just another civilization. And there was obviously some, some greedy people that wanted to take more and more. And if you believe the story they told us, that apparently they were very friendly. Some of them were at first. And then, of course, there was, like, King Philip's War and stuff like that. There's a lot of history, like, in the 17th century, I guess that would be. The 17th century in America. Oh, my goodness. And there's so much crap that we don't even really get taught in history. And there was entire wars fought, multiple wars against Indians with Native Americans. Like, it's just crazy how much history we have. And then exactly what happened, what he talked about in that song happened, is they got reduced, their culture got reduced to nothing, and they just got, you know, absorbed, basically. And then spat back out and completely treated like dog shit, basically. And then and it's not even just America. If you go to Canada, and that's what they did in Canada too, you know. But unfortunately, I think the brutal reality of our world is that's kind of what happens. Unfortunately, it shouldn't have happened. I disagree with it, but it's something that happens. It's not an event that's specific to this, and it's absolutely terrible the things we've done to those people. And one can only hope that the Cherokee do rise again, because what a beautiful culture they all had, you know? And I'm not trying to like, oh my goodness, look at this, you know? They were a people, they had their problems and flaws just like we did, you know? But unfortunately, there's not much of them left to tell the story, it seems like, you know? And the ones that are have been, you know, put in shirt and ties, and, you know what I'm saying, what he was talking about. And I feel like that, it's a big crime against just humanity in general to lose culture, because every culture was different back then, and now everything's trying to be the same. I think that's the worst of. I hate that about the world now. Everyone wants to be the same. That's not cool. You should be different and accept our differences and love them. That should, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to be the same. I hate that. So the first track, sorry, got off topic. So the first one was off of the track, or the album Midnight Ride, which came out in 1966. We've listened to Kicks, which was the big hit from that song, from this album, and so was this track, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. But obviously the Monkees did one a year later, and that was a big hit for them as well. So that was Paul Revere on the organ and backing vocals, Mark Lindsay on, hopefully, lead vocals. Hold on, what track is that? Track 5. So, yeah, Mark Lindsay on lead vocals, Drake Levin on guitar, Phil Volk on bass, Mike Smith on drums, and then Terry Melcher was the arranger and producer. And then if you go, I couldn't find anything on the other one. So in 1971, the Raiders, not even Paul Revere and the Raiders, I think it's just the Raiders, recorded Indian Reservation for Columbia Records on June 30th, 1971. It was certified gold for selling over 1 million copies. Then it was platinum. It's huge. I guess it was their only hit, or top 20 song that was after they changed their name from Paul Revere and the Raiders. It's been covered by a bunch of people. Came out in 1971, garage rock. So Raiders singer Mark Lindsay was looking for new material for a solo career after scoring the hits Arizona and Silver Bird. And then the Columbia A&R head Jack Gold offered Indian Reservation to him. And then they decided to do it with the backing of the Wrecking Crew. Oh, so that's what that was. Okay, because I couldn't find. All right, there it is. Yeah, Hal Blaine on drums, Artie Butler, Al Casey, David Cohen, Mark Lindsay, Carol Kay, Louis Shelton. Man, that's why that song was so good, bro. The instrumentation was tight, man, but I was just wrapped up in the lyrics, to be honest. I should have listened to it twice, to be honest. But my head was just spinning. Yeah, those lyrics were so true. And the instrumentation was tight. I love the bass. The guitar was really good, too. And obviously that version of Stepping Stone was freaking awesome. I'm not going to lie. There was so much more aggression and just, like, pent-up frustration in that one. Like, the Monkees is like a sanitized version. It's still really, really good, though. I'm still going to listen to that version. But I think this one is definitely, I think, superior in the aggression and just like the raw, there's raw emotion in that song. There really was just that, man, I am not your stepping stone and not in your book of whatever. You know what I mean? Like, sounds like, you know, the guy's fed up with the girl treating him like shit. And that's a good song name. I'm not your stepping stone. And I love the organ in both songs. I don't know if Paul Revere was in the second one. No, only Mark Lindsay was. But I like the organ in the first one from Paul, and then I guess the organ in the second one would have been Artie Butler. And fantastic work from the Wrecking Crew, as always. Carol Kay on bass is never a miss, bro. The Wrecking Crew in general is never a miss. And then if you team them up with this guy, he's got a great voice, man. And he made me feel all those emotions just listening to those songs. Like, he really, really did. Like I said, I can only hope the Cherokee rise again, you know. Hopefully they don't come after us, but I want them to rise again, at least so their culture can be around, you know. Because the sanitization of history is just, it's not what it's there for. It's there for us to learn from it. It's not for us to just, like, pick and choose what we want to actually, you know, take from things. You can't just gloss over things. You got to tell the whole truth, man. Be honest about it, you know? And if anything, own it, you know? Like, not in, like, that kind of way, but that's the only way to get past things. You can't just, like, bottle them up and just like not deal with them and just try to push it off, kick the can down the road. No, stop, deal with them, and try to get through it. That's the only way to get it, man. And I think there's a lot of scars in our country in a lot of different directions from a lot of different people. And, there's definitely a lot of healing that needs to happen because we're a very young nation still. I mean, compared to other countries, we've hardly been around that long. And look how far we've come. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy how far this country's come. And it's probably the most prosperous nation that's ever existed. And hopefully it continues to be so, but